Good evening. Welcome to tonight's edition of Break Even Sports, also known as All My Teams Are Terrible This Week. I am your host for this evening, Virgil Brooks, the producer, and I am here with my three lovely, lovely friends, Ed, Patrick, and Donnie. How are you guys doing?
Living a dream, baby.
Doing
well.
all right if Ed would stop spending all my money, but other than that, I'm good.
He has a knack of doing that.
He does. Another one that has a knack of doing that is the guy in the yellow hat.
What? I don't do that.
All the time. All the time.
Well, I'd rather spend other people's money than mine.
See, he spends your money, but he makes his own through, very shady betting.
Extremely
stuff.
rich.
We'll talk about this. So.
Right,
And the rich get richer.
Yeah.
It's called
whatever you want to call it. It's what it's called.
yeah.
Go ahead, whatever you
I
want
was
to
trying
call
to
it.
think of a better term than random, but
Oh, don't worry. I've got one for you. It's called making a profit on profit.
I love it. I love that it irritates Eric. That's why.
And I said, what I'm loving is that you're making a profit on profit.
He invites me to participate in these contests.
And then he gets mad at
And then,
you.
and then he gets mad because I win and he doesn't.
Yep. And he has like 4 entries, and you still. He puts his son and his wife. He puts his sons and his wife in it, and you still win.
I've collectively taken on like $395 from them so far, between the football bets and the squares.
That's
Like
hilarious.
I was saying, at this point, you're gonna have to do like a 1099. Like they gotta. You've been making so much money off of them, they may have to send you one.
That'd be hilarious.
No, you get up to $600 before you have to 1099 somebody.
You're more than halfway there.
Still not.
I mean,
there.
he's not wrong.
Wait, so is he going to have to tax? Is that going to be taxable income for 2026, or is that retroactive to 2025?
Well, see, technically, the bowl one, the payment came out in 2026, so that will be there. Should be nothing retroactive in 2025.
Okay.
Okay.
So
That's hilarious, though.
can I just go ahead and just rip off the Band-Aid real quick, as I alluded to earlier? I had probably one of the worst sports weekends I could think of in a long ass time.
Yikes.
Kaiserslautern lost 4-0 to Darmstadt. Terrible. Darmstadt's now first in the Bundesliga, so great for that. Fulham loses to Everton. And we'll talk about more about that one because I got some opinions on that, how that team did well for the first 70 plus minutes and then completely shit the bed afterwards. Oklahoma State basketball gets their teeth kicked in by Arizona.
That's true.
And it ain't not even close. Like it was brutal to watch.
To be fair, Arizona's been kicking a lot of teeth in.
Yes.
Be fair.
The Cowboys were next. But the most egregious thing to happen to me this weekend was that during the opening ceremonies and the Parade of Nations, the NBC cut Mongolia out.
No, they did.
They cut Mongolia. I did not get to see their fire outfits that they usually wear. I had to go find them online.
That's
man.
awkward.
That is an absolute travesty.
Well, I know when they cut to Snoop talking to the Jamaican bobsled team, they were cutting out a couple of countries. Then is that when they did it? Maybe because it was right around that lettering.
There were 2 cuts. The one that Snoop cut was El Salvador and one of the D countries whose name is escaping me at the moment. But then they cut the commercial and they cut Moldova, they cut Mongolia, and there was one more I can't remember either.
Bro, that's rough.
I know. I'm just like, can you imagine if you were just like watching it on Peacock and you have like friends or family from there and you didn't get to see it because Snoop Dogg needed more time?
Was that outer Mongolia or?
Well, there's only one Mongolia now. Depends who you talk to, though.
We got Peacock in this house because of the Winter Olympics. I just want you guys to know this.
Oh, I got it because of soccer.
Mostly their Premier League coverage, I think, is really good.
Yep.
I wish it wasn't done in this house. It's not because of that. If not, I would have not gotten it. That would have not been allowed. But it's because of the,
Big shout out to the chat. Thanks for joining us.
So let's go ahead. So we really have a lot to talk about today. Not much in soccer because we do have the games to go over with. But really, the big news is going to be FCS. I think we're going to be talking about mostly
Oof.
because not only do we have a new team moving away from FCS, we have two high-profile coaches taking coordinator jobs. One that I thought was retiring and turns out was not retiring, and then the other one, not as surprising, but still kind of notable that happened. So, but before that, let's go
Yes, we do
over-
read the chat, Mark.
Let's go over our round 25 for Premier League this week because there have been some pretty interesting matchups, some pretty interesting results, to say the least, and at least one team that can finally say they're off the slump. Which team is that? We'll see as we go down. So Friday night game, we had Leeds beating Nottingham Forest 3-1. I feel like Leeds have finally turned it around.
Well, they
Huge
better.
win for them. Huge win for them.
Yeah, they're definitely getting there on that. I think I'm not going to call them safe yet, but I think they're definitely. I feel a lot more comfortable with them as a mid-table team.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, Tottenham tried to pull a Chelsea, try to get a red card to bolster their team and see if that helps, and they lose to Man U 2-0. So Ed, usually you are a better road team
Yeah.
than a away team.
Mark, we're
happened
talking
here?
Premier League right now, my man.
I'm not talking. I don't want to talk about my team. I refuse. I almost bought a hat from Tottenham, and I stopped myself. How about that? How's that? I was like, no, they don't deserve my money right now. They don't.
You stopped yourself like Christian Romero stopped himself from playing in the 29th minute.
Yep.
Yeah. So when you say that you support Spurs, you're talking about San Antonio in the NBA.
Yeah,
not-
Spurs,
not
right?
Tottenham.
90s version of the Spurs
got
with their
it.
cool colors, right? Not
Got it.
this version of Tottenham
Not-
Spurs right now.
Not a Thomas Frank led side.
Nope. I told you, I'm not a fan of his. I am not a fan of his. I'm ready for him to go.
Well, there's only so much that he can do. It's the players on the pitch.
Doesn't
Mike.
matter. But wait, hold on. No. Yes, at the same time, but also, dude,
No, yeah.
coach better. Do your job.
I still haven't sent you the stuff that Expressions does. I need to send that to you. You would enjoy that. He feels your pain.
I'm just so angry. I'm okay
Wow.
though. I'm okay because I saw I saw football yesterday and I saw the halftime show, so I'm okay. I'm okay.
Well, we're gonna see how okay you really are when we go through the table later.
No, we're not okay. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying, bro. You're not
Oh,
helping
man.
him, man.
I'm doing great. I had a good weekend.
Shut your face.
My boys got back on track.
Well, I gotta say, I got a bone to pick with Yellow Hat.
Do you?
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a feeling I know which game we're going to talk about later.
Mm.
Because I think there was a certain game where two of your teams played against each other, possibly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Good. That's what
Uh-huh.
I thought. We will get to that one.
But that's not the only bone to pick I have. I had to pick with him.
Bro, we're 15th. I'm sorry.
Last
I'm
season
sorry.
you were 17th, so
I'm sorry.
you're moving up the table.
You're doing 2 spots better compared to last year.
Yeah. Good for
I
you.
hate you all. I hate you all.
Good for
I
you.
hate you all.
Listen, incremental progress.
We made sure to wave on our way by as we climbed up.
Wolves
above you and
just
Brighton.
count Wolves as going to be as the team that's going to be gone. They're going back down.
Yeah, I think
They've actually been in a decent run of form recently, at least for their standards.
yeah. There's 2 of them that are well on their way out.
Yeah, them and Burnley.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I apologize, Virgil. I'm sorry.
So Bournemouth tied Aston Villa 1-1. A little surprise on that one. I
Yeah.
thought Villa was going to be a little more in control of that, but Bournemouth was able
Bournemouth
to.
has had an uptick in form, though.
Yeah. I still think they need. I don't know. I feel like after Adams went down, they really kind of struggled a little bit. So hopefully they have a replacement for that one. Arsenal beat Sunderland 3-0. I'm not surprised by the Arsenal win. I'm kind of surprised that Sunderland got clean sheeted on this game.
Yeah. It was not a good performance by Sunderland.
Mm-mm.
With you, Mark.
And then we talk about teams with a good run of form. West Ham wins 2-0. And all of a sudden, what was looking like a definite at the midseason with them being relegation candidates, it looks like they're fighting back.
Yeah, they're still they're still in the relegation.
They're still in the relegation zone, but if I'm looking at how they played recently, now of course they've got Man U coming up soon, but looking at how they've been played recently, I wouldn't be surprised if they get out.
No,
You
no,
would put Nottingham Forest there over West Ham to be relegated?
I mean, Nottingham Forest is kind of dipping right now. I mean,
They
like I
are.
said,
I mean,
they lost 3-1 to Leeds. I mean,
Yeah.
they did not
Those are
look
the-
really for that. They were not really into that game.
Those are those 6-pointer games. Those are the ones that you have to win. You have to win those games in and around you. Mark, who do you support, by the way? Oh, no, never mind. You must be a West Ham supporter. Answer my question.
there you go. So you know already.
Then Everton loses to Fulham. Everton beats Fulham 2-1. Like I said, if you're just going by the first 70 minutes, you think Fulham probably has a very comfortable win. Probably should have a second goal, but that didn't come to fruition. And then Dewsbury Hall happens. Dewsbury Hall, which sounds like a non-league side.
Kieran Dewsbury Hall, former Chelsea player.
They're all former Chelsea players in the end, aren't they, Patrick?
They are.
Pretty
Everybody
much.
played at Chelsea
At least
someday.
the ones that assist and score for Tottenham.
I feel like we should have a
Okay.
drinking game on this show every time Patrick says, "Yeah, he's from the Chelsea Academy."
Yeah. Former Chelsea guy.
he's
Former
not-
Chelsea guy.
He's not from the Chelsea Academy. They got him from Leicester, and he lasted a year, and now he's at Everton.
Okay, well, I won't say Academy
No,
then.
it's third straight blue team.
But yeah, Hall gets the goal in the 75th minute, and then while Leno got technically the goal for the own goal, Hall basically caused that to happen.
Right.
So
He's played well for Everton this year.
he really has. So very hurtful game to watch. I thought it was going to be at least a draw out of that, but that second goal just completely deflated everything. So, but can't win them all. So hopefully Fulham has a better chance next time. I like to think they'll still kind of be in contention for maybe one of the European spots, but we'll see what happens.
Or not.
Pat, why are you being mean about this? Fulham has like half the budget Tottenham does.
And they got twice the number. They're about 2 times the places up in the table as well.
No.
He's Liverpool.
he's-
That's cool.
Oh, Mark's Liverpool. Okay. I love a good game and a beer. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I'm Liverpool, but love the terrace life. Hey, hey.
So Patrick, time for you to get a little gloating in. Although it's Wolves.
Can we not?
Chelsea goes to Molineux and beats Wolves 3-1.
Super Cole Palmer. A first half hat trick? Yes, please.
I mean, even with 2 penalties, but still, Patrick's
Whatever.
hat trick.
Yeah. Listen, you still got to score them.
Now, that is true. That is true. We have
You still got to score them.
seen multiple times where penalties do not work out the way people think they do. So yeah.
And before Cole Palmer, if you ever saw like Jorginho taking a Chelsea penalty, you'd know that those were far from guaranteed.
Mhm.
So there was a time where I think Chelsea had like 7 penalties and like 6 of them were not made. So I don't take it for granted at all. But it's nice when you have like an Eden Hazard or a Cole Palmer where you take for granted how cool as you like they are whenever they take a PK. So even Enzo Fernandez has done really well with them. So when Cole has been injured. So yeah.
So,
Up-
any other thoughts
Up
of
the
that game?
shelf. It's a lot like a lot of games under Liam Senior so far. Like one really good half, one not so much. In the second half, I kind of thought they kind of closed up shop, and Wolves actually got a goal back in the second half. And on the balance of play, we're probably the better side in the second half. But I think Chelsea just kind of went into cruise control after going 3-0 up at halftime with all the games that they've had. But it would be nice to see Chelsea play 90 minutes of just impressive football. Under Liam Senior, I haven't really seen that yet. Listen, I'll take the 3 points. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to take the result over everything. I mean, if you play great for 90 minutes and you don't get the 3 points, what's the point? But Oh, you're there for a pie and a pint, huh? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope, not in
Yeah.
the least.
Yep. Sometimes I'm out of the game, missed half of it just for a big line. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I've done that at a ground before too, Mark. So I can appreciate that. But yeah, really happy with the 3 points, and it's been needed considering that Manchester United's been in such great form recently to kind of keep track with them and hope that Villa drops some points, and obviously from a Chelsea perspective, hoping that you're not going to catch Arsenal. City's comfortable enough ahead to kind of get that second place spot. You're hoping for either third or fourth, but if you have to get fifth, we're hoping that. Have they confirmed that fifth is now a Champions League spot for England? Has that been confirmed?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm not sure yet because right now Chelsea's in fifth, so they're outside of the top four, obviously.
Let me see if that's updated. Let me check.
Not being real yellowhead, you know what I mean?
Well, just so Mark knows, when the prospector gets talking, you don't interrupt.
You
him.
just
So
don't. You let it
him
be.
go, and he will go and go and go. But
He
What do you
won't
mean?
stop.
So did I
So
interrupt?
I'm not going to interrupt you. Go ahead.
it looks like it's still Europa League group stage right now.
We're getting to my team here in a minute, so
Don't worry, we'll get there.
don't worry, we'll get there.
So probably the most. So the fifth spot is still Europa League group stage right now, at least
Okay.
from what I'm seeing.
I didn't
but,
know if they were. I didn't know if they were going to make it a Champions League spot or not.
Yeah, but coefficients change.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most surprising result of this week: Brentford goes to St. James's Park and beats Newcastle 3-2. I was able to watch some of this game.
That's
It was
right,
a really
bro.
good
That's
back
right.
and forth game. Really good game. I was really surprised to see Brentford get the winning goal. I thought it was going to be probably a 2-2 tie, honestly. And even that's a good result for Brentford.
Yeah,
So yeah, Newcastle loses at home.
which is where they usually get all their points because they've been terrible away, and yeah, I mean, St. James's Park is usually a fortress for them. So
I am hoping that they keep sliding, Newcastle. That
Mhm.
is because we got them next. So I'm hoping for
Oh.
a slide.
so that in other words, they're just about to recover their form. Got it.
Probably, exactly. More likely than not, what's going to happen is they're going to beat Spurs. So it's
Actually, Patrick, think about this is like a resistible force against a movable object. Who's going to win this game? Tottenham at home or Newcastle away at London?
Draw.
This
Draw.
has got to be a draw. I mean, my God.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, if anyone wins that, I'll be shocked because
I hate you.
Tottenham can't possibly win at home. And,
True. You know what? You're right. You're right. Why am I arguing? You're
well,
right.
That's because you play at a soulless ground.
Okay. Now, see, you didn't have to go that far. Like you just like, okay, Ed, you're down. I'm gonna kick you a little bit, but now I'm just gonna stab you and twist.
Well, listen,
Like-
whether you like it or not, like White Hart Lane was actually a ground that had a lot of like character to it, whether you like Tottenham or not.
So what's wrong with this one? I like this one.
It's fancy. You've got some of the best facilities in the world now in terms of
Okay,
your
so now I'm
training
hearing
ground.
jealousy. Got it.
No,
Okay.
training ground and stadium and training ground. You have some of the best facilities in the world. But if you ask lifelong supporters what they think of the ground, it's soulless.
See, this is the same problem that I have with lifelong supporters of like certain baseball teams. Oh my God, you can't, or football team here in American football, by the way. You know, oh no, you can't have a dump. Shut up.
Yep.
No
I
one
mean,
cares.
there's people that are like, man, Candlestick was awesome. Not.
No.
It just
Listen,
depends on which way
everybody
the wind blows.
in Cleveland was like, you know what? The Muni lot was a dump in Cleveland. It was an absolute dump. Okay. So I don't want to hear about this like progress. Okay, guys, it's
Well,
progress. I am mad. I'm
Cleveland
sorry.
just needs to get some sponsorship now for their stadium. That's all they need.
They'll
Is
get
it
sponsorship.
progress or is it progressive?
Oh,
Well, that's the baseball team. That's
I
the
know, but
baseball
still,
team.
Cleveland
It's
sucks.
Oh,
true.
you talking
I
about
mean,
the
that's good. I'll give you that.
Are you talking about the Browns?
Yeah, the Browns got a brand new stadium coming up.
Well, what they need to do is they need to adopt that dog logo as their main logo because I mean that thing is elite. So,
You really are working your way out to there, aren't you?
you
You
know,
really are working your way. You're
yeah,
just,
you know.
just
See what I mean, Mark? See what I mean, Mark?
Patrick,
So,
you realize if this was his show, he was hosting, you've been kicked off by now.
It's not my show.
100%.
This today is not my show.
100%.
So
And I don't know why Donnie's having a pot shot at me. I've got some ammo for him. Don't worry.
see what I'm saying, Mark? This is the.
See,
the-
I'm
this is
just
the-
I'm preemptively striking because I know you're going to bring something, and I'm not going to have a clue what you're talking about.
Phil. I'm
Mhm.
good with this. I'm good with this unpopular opinion. Shea Stadium was a dump as well.
Yeah. Mark Rounders, this is probably the closest thing to baseball. So, yeah, that's probably the closest thing you got. So that's fair.
I'm in the process of learning cricket, by the way, Mark. So give me. I'm just doing the T20 though. Like I can't do all of them because it's too much. All right, it's I've been following some people that they make like these handcrafted cricket bats. Holy Jesus, you guys got to watch this. This is some art.
Mark, yellow hat guy is probably what you would call posh. Just so you
Donnie.
know.
Don't get
Just
him.
saying.
Don't no.
Don't get him. Don't get him, Mark. Don't listen to him.
Donnie, are you ready to talk about your game?
Oh yeah, we won. I'm
Crystal
talking about it.
Palace wins 1-0
Hit the leg, man.
over Brighton, the M23 Derby, apparently it's called. Did not know that. So for the first time since December 7th, Crystal Palace has gotten 3 points.
I know
It's been that long.
It has been
Yeah.
that long.
Yep.
I mean, December was just a brutal month with all the different things going on. I mean, Premier
Yikes.
League, Europa, all that going on. It wore guys out.
Conference League.
Our Conference League. I'm sorry. I mean,
Well, they could've
all
been
those
good
matches. I
anyway.
mean, we played. I think we
Yeah.
played what 15, 16 matches in like 30 something days.
You
Felt
played a
like-
good bit.
Yeah, it was a good bit. I'm probably exaggerating this number a little bit, but that's what it felt like.
So, what an average English team in Europe plays?
Yeah, exactly.
You see the hate? You see the hate coming already from this dude? Nothing but straight hate.
No,
Well,
no,
I
it's
don't-
just it's called pointing out facts.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's
I mean,
go with that.
besides the Premier League games, I mean, they had to play. They had to play 2 Conference League games. They played in the EFL Cup and lost to Arsenal on penalties. And then there's that very concerning Macclesfield game in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Awkward.
Brighton beat themselves because did you
They
hear
really
about? Did you hear about the Macclesfield scarf that they put over the wall? Donnie, I think you're the one that shared that, right?
I shared that earlier.
Yeah.
I saw that earlier today. I'm like,
Yeah.
no wonder we won.
Crystal don't have 3 Texas in town.
Crystal
I
don't-
kind of make it to England, man. I really do. I really want to go to England just to I can experience some good old football.
Yeah.
You know,
So Brighton hurt themselves because obviously there's that. It's quite a bit of rivalry between Crystal Palace and Brighton. Yeah, Donnie, what'd you think?
I mean, it was a good match. It was I don't know. I thought we had some opportunities early. I thought, and Brighton just like shut us down in a lot of places. I had hoped that we would see more out of Strand Larson coming in and starting. He did okay. He had some shots and stuff, but yeah, I mean, it was one of those things that probably was going to come down to what it came down to, which is like 1 goal by either team or no goals by either team. The way it was being played, it was just like there was really not a lot of controversy. I mean, there was a few yellow cards here and there, but I will say this: the Brighton guys were begging for stuff at times. It's like, come on, dude, like y'all are like just whining a little bit too much, but. It's the home pitch, so I guess that's what they're going to try to do. But I enjoyed it. It was a good way to start my day. The first of 3 matches that I was watching ahead of the Super Bowl. So,
Who scored your goal?
Sar,
Oh, Ismail Sarr. Nice.
yeah,
He's been scoring most of your goals lately.
yeah. I mean, and it was a nifty little move. He got in there and got it in. So yeah, it was just. But I mean, we kept sending the ball in, and I did notice that the guys were not not playing the backside as well. It's like they were laying back instead of getting up there and aggressive on the backside on some of these kicks, corner kicks, or some of the ones that were going in towards the net. But anyway, it's good to get a win. We'll take it. We've got Burnley next week, so hopefully we can keep the momentum against a team that's in the relegation area and get another 3 points possibly.
So Strand Larson hat trick next weekend is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and call for that. No, I won't call for that. Although we almost had the double hat trick in my next match.
Why are we talking about that?
Because it should have happened. I think one Englishman took himself out of the match a little bit early.
You've gone from Harry Kane and his customary goal to Harry Kane and his customary hat trick. See, this is why I was afraid about you becoming a Bayern fan. Like, it's going straight to your head.
I think he graciously pulled himself out of the match so that Diaz could get his.
How humble of him! And then
he already had his 2 customary goals.
How humble of yourself!
And then the last Premier League game, Man City goes into Anfield, beats Liverpool 2-1. Liverpool gave up a penalty in stoppage time. I have to go back and look at the play and see if it was a legitimate penalty or not. From what I've read, it looks like it pretty much was. But that's just hurts.
Yeah. Well, and then I think it was Liverpool that had a shout for their own PK toward the very end.
Yes, I thought that should have been given.
Yeah, Mark, I hope we're not bringing up something too emotional for you. And then there was that. I think they called it back, but there was that one that Ryan Cherokee shot from half line. I think they called that goal back.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was a tough result for Liverpool.
Yeah, I agree. That was hate to see it go that way, but Man City's always going to be a hard team to beat. So just to go over the championship a little bit, I'm not going to talk about. Not going to go through all the scores here, but there are 2 teams I want to bring up. One is sad to announce that Sheffield Wednesday is mathematically eliminated from promotion spots in the Championship League. Championship is sad to see. I know.
Because of their loss?
Yes, their loss mathematically knocked them out. Not the fact that they started 20 points back. Just the fact that
nothing like that, right?
Knocked them out completely. Wrexham, of course, loses to Millwall, but of course that's a 5-6 battle, so that could have gone either way.
But they're still in the 6th spot.
They're still in 6th, but they're tied on points with Preston and just a goal back. So now that's going to be something to keep an eye on there, because I said earlier that I thought Preston was going to be one of the teams that was going to be in those promotion battles, and they kind of had a bad run of form recently. So we'll see if that actually holds up or not. But Patrick, what is happening to Coventry?
They've hit a really bad run of form. They're just not playing with their attack has not been nearly what it's been, what it was for the first 26 games of the season.
When we started tracking this, they had at least a 13-point lead.
Yeah. And the part that makes it all the more impressive for Middlesbrough to be top of the table right now is the fact that they lost their manager mid-season to Wolves when they lost Rob Edwards. But the new manager that's come in has just kind of kept everything moving, and that's a tough thing to do when to keep momentum going, maintain momentum when a new coach comes in and a new manager comes in, and he's a good name, but very, very, very much. So credit to Middlesbrough.
So let me get this straight: the manager of Middlesbrough left Middlesbrough to go
to Wolves.
To Wolves, right? Just so he can have a team right back in the Championship.
I mean, we've been questioning that move ever since it happened. I mean, we were just like,
you know what I'm saying? I want to put that into perspective for
yeah.
Dude was thought he was going to stay in the championship in the Premier League, and come to find out, oh, I'm going right back down to the championship.
Well, and I would just say it's because Rob Edwards, he has previous history with Wolves. I think he was a player there and also an assistant coach at one point. So I think that's probably there's the emotional connection for him at Wolves, and and of course he has self-belief that he can be the one to turn it around. But I mean, when he went in, it was almost a hopeless job from the beginning, in my opinion. And then he got off. You didn't have that uptick in form with the manager bump that you like to hopefully get when you change managers. But he actually started out in really just awful form. And then they kind of had an uptick after about what, Virgil, 6-7 games, 6-7 matches.
At least.
And by uptick in form, I mean getting a few draws here and there and actually, being competitive in matches. So the bar has not been that high. I know Wolves supporters are tired of what they're seeing, or they have been. And then this past weekend against Chelsea, I know they felt like they were out of it at the end of the first half. And that's really sad when two of the goals that you concede are penalties. So
What do you think about the fact that Wrexham has to play Ipswich Town twice in a week, once in the FA Cup and then once in the Championship? I mean, and they've got Bristol City in between those games. Like that's a stretch there. That's a gauntlet.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that's called the Championship.
Exactly.
Welcome to the league.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as much as we talk about like the Premier League, like Donnie, you talking about Palace and having their European fixtures, from a purely league perspective, I would say the biggest slog is the Championship.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you play more games in that competition than in any other league because of the number of teams. And you are always playing games twice a week. I mean, that's the only way you can fit it into the same schedule as everybody else. You have to play the Saturday,
Tuesday, Saturday,
yeah, or the Sunday, Wednesday, depending on what it is. And it's unforgiving. I mean, you have to have the squad for it. I mean, it's every game is competitive. Anyone can beat anyone on any given weekend, and I think that's no truer. That happens in the Premier League too, but I think it isn't any truer than it is in the Championship. Yeah. You're not safe, regardless of who you're playing and regardless of where they are on the table. You're never safe. And I think probably with Coventry, the schedule, I think the guys are starting to get tired. I think that, the schedule is starting to get to them, and the teams that they're playing are catching them in a tough run of form, because you're not going to be at the top of form for an entire season in the Championship. Now, they've had a really strong dip in form, but that's also combined with the fact that Middlesbrough is maintaining an incredible amount of consistency.
Well, they're still only 2 points off of them, considering how bad they've been.
So. Right.
Well, that's probably going to change next week, because on Monday, Middlesbrough and Coventry against each other.
Is that at the Riverside, or is that at Rico?
That is, I think it's
Coventry. It's Coventry.
It's Coventry.
And I said Rico. I'm sorry. The Coventry Building Society Arena.
Yeah, you said Rico, goes like, that's Coventry, right? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, I think Rico is either the former name or I don't know. Mark will mention you now. Enjoy that gin and tonic.
Enjoy that gin and tonic, my man. Hey, get that, son. Get it.
Ooh, good question from Phil. I feel like you'd have more job security as a GM of an MLB team.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I would go that route because, as you guys know, and Mark hasn't figured out yet, probably, or maybe he has because of my lack of knowledge that I've shared so far. I don't know much about soccer. I'm here to learn from you guys. And,
same here.
Yeah. So
you guys know stuff. Just because I don't shut up doesn't mean
know something. Well, I mean, we've been at this for a few months, so the fact that I picked my teams, as you say, 3 months ago, been a supporter along 3 months.
Well, but you've gone headfirst into it, and
I do that with anything. Rondo
I'm
tell
saying,
you
but
that.
credit to you because you're going into it and your players on Crystal Palace now, and your Bayern players, and
He knows it more than me.
Yeah.
So I'll say that, dude, you're killing it, bro.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying hard to learn.
It's not like you're saying Mark McGuire plays for Crystal Palace or something like that.
Right.
Number one, wrong sport. And number two, not on that team.
Right.
So,
And
yeah.
back to Garel's point here too. There's 25-year-olds that should be able to play 2 matches a week. I mean, there's no load management in professional soccer, especially over there. I don't know if there is in the MLS. They might be a little lazy over here some places, but
Can you go one show without complaining about load management? Swear that's what it is on breakfast takes now. Just load management. This.
Yeah,
load
well,
management.
He loves that thing.
That's like asking if he can go a whole show without mentioning Dabo.
He hasn't mentioned him yet. He's done a very good job.
who is talk about a drinking game? Who is the one who brings him up every time?
Usually it's
Yes.
either Patrick or Ed.
Exactly. It's
It
never
wasn't me.
It's never me.
Usually the usual suspect is one of you two.
Yeah, I do it on purpose though,
So
to
do
mess
I.
with
And you
Donnie.
think Patrick is on accident?
Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
absolutely
No.
not.
I
You
do
know-
it because it's fun. Patrick does it because he's trying to be mean. See, there's
no,
a difference.
No.
Patrick has a
Exactly,
sticky
yeah.
note off to the side of the screen with words on
No.
it. Dabo is the first word.
It's been an accident every single time.
No, he wakes up and I'm like, here I go, Dabo, here I come.
I didn't do it this morning,
You did not, because we didn't talk about Dabo that much anyways.
but I could work him into a conversation. I actually thought of
No,
something
you
this
can,
morning and I
you
didn't
can,
say it.
you can force it into a conversation, not work it. You can
No,
always
I worked
force
it.
it into a conversation.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. There you go.
Because there was no reason to bring it up currently.
None.
You said there's no way to bring it up against Burnley. I agree.
No, I
because
said there was no
Dabo's-
reason to
Dabo's
bring it
not
up currently.
a manager in football, in European football. He is he is an American football coach.
It's that
So-
bullshit.
So he's not taking Scott Parker's place at Burnley. Okay. So
But there
Hey.
are times where I have gotten Death Valley and Turf more confused. It has happened.
well, yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
I mean,
All
don't
right.
sleep on Dabo pulling a Ted Lasso on you guys. So
Well,
anyway, go
you
ahead,
already-
Virgil.
There's
So
only
crazy.
one team that could take Dabo in the football pyramid, and that would have to be Hull City. Going
because
from
they're
one
the
Tiger
Tigers.
to another Tigers. All
There
right.
you go.
So let's talk about Bundesliga. So just let everybody know on this one, there's only one person here that actually has a top flight team, and that is Mr. Yellow Cap himself. So by a wheel that we did, and the wheel landed on Bayern, even though me and Patrick did protest against this, we decided to let it slide because he actually has a Bayern group in South Carolina,
Yeah.
which he's only been to one time and hasn't been back since. Don't think I
Yeah.
haven't noticed that.
I got
Yeah.
a busy weekend schedule, by the way. So.
I understand. It
Man,
Yeah,
get the hell out
Yeah,
of
you're the
here.
one that You're the one that relented. I did not.
Patrick, you were mad. Like I thought you
I
were
was
gonna,
mad.
I thought you
I
were
was
like
mad.
throw a chair. at me.
And you were like, that's fine. And I relented because you're the GOAT. You always have to relent to the GOAT.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I apologize. What happened?
But
Oh, good.
the past few weeks have been really fun with him being a Bayern fan, especially the complete crash out over the loss to Augsburg. But
Yeah. I enjoyed that match.
I really enjoyed that match. So, but
Jesus, Donnie, what did you do to these guys, man? You
I don't
win one round of squares, and then you're just like enemy number one, bro.
Squares has nothing to do with this. Ed.
It
Yeah.
goes deeper than that.
I guess
This is
has been just like fermenting in their hatred for a while now. Look at them. Donnie, what did you do, bro?
I guess it's because I was the new kid on the block, not knowing anything,
No,
and picked
because
the
he's
top
talking-
teams.
because he's trying to write checks. He actually can cash them because he's rich. But he's
Oh my
God.
damn.
yeah.
Don't believe that either, Mark.
No, Mark, he is. Trust me. I've seen his compound. Anyways, Yeah, but he's been throwing insults my way, and so Donnie's the
Donnie's
new
the new Elon.
That's right. He makes Elon look like a
Oh, cheeky
like
though.
a
The
pauper.
ski lane that fell wasn't. Damn, I'm not prepared for the games, or was I? To take it our mind off FCing in Turkey, having a coffee.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh god, I love this. You
Yeah,
guys are
no,
killing me here.
No, but Donnie's been throwing insults, so I'm just throwing them back. So
Hey man,
Yeah.
whatever makes you sleep at night. As
what
I'm
are you doing?
yawning.
You're the one flashing the NBC logo with that glove.
NBC logo.
NBC.
Peacock with all the colors.
Oh,
all
because of the
colors.
multicolors. Yeah.
NBC.
Don't hate
Well,
on
before we
it.
go any further,
Look
derail
how
from
beautiful
this
that
show.
is.
So, Donnie, talk about your game.
I mean, that
Oh,
match
man.
was fun to watch. I mean, it really was.
Said none of us.
Can you be honest with me for a second?
Yes.
When Hoffenheim scored their goal in the 35th minute, was tied 1-1. Were you about to crash out?
No, I wasn't, because it was actually a good matchup, through that. It wasn't like I mean, we had plenty of chances. It was still early. I mean, if we'd have been down 1-0 first, I might
We
have
got
started.
you, Mark.
Yeah, Mark. What we do on this show is all banter anyway.
It is,
So
Mark. We
don't
love
take
picking at each
this
other.
is- yeah.
I promise. Don't take it don't take it seriously. You're right. It's just
You don't understand. Like this goes off the video. Like we also do this in real life with each other. So
We do. Red hat.
that's why I'm like,
Yeah, red hat.
No, I wasn't like it didn't bother me at all.
did you do that?
Because I knew that Harry Kane got that
Where's it?
first goal instead of waiting to get his goal at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, he's got one early. We got a lot of scoring left to do.
This guy was acting like Bayern never wins a game, though. He's like, I can't believe we won. I'm like, yeah, when you've got England's all-time leading scorer and a player that Liverpool are missing desperately right now, and Luis Diaz, it's like, oh man,
That
you were
kid,
really
man.
suffering.
That
You were
kid
really
was
suffering.
phenomenal. That kid was phenomenal on Sunday.
Yeah, no, Luis Diaz is just like that. I mean, I think that's been a big loss for Liverpool this year. I don't think that's been talked about a lot.
No,
They
really.
missed his- Yeah, I mean, they've missed his wing play. I mean, it's been and I don't think that him being missing in their poor run of form are necessarily that they aren't linked. I mean, he's not the only reason. I mean, I think also there's a lot of reasons for it. But anyways, I interrupted you, Donnie. I'm sorry. You go back to
That's okay. I mean, I already said
he's a
pretty
great
much.
player. He's a great player, and what a signing by Bayern. He's been worth every euro they paid for him.
Donnie, I'm
Right.
sorry I interrupted you. You start talking, but
Exactly.
Man, go like lag in 17th there.
Well, what was funny is after it was 1-1 and Harry got the second goal, I was like, okay, I almost thought he was going to get the hat trick in the first half.
Oh my god.
But then Diaz got his 2 scores, and I'm like, all right, now who's going to get the first hat trick of the 2? I was praying for double hat trick. I was telling Rhonda, hey, we might see 2 hat tricks today, which would have been phenomenal.
You see this? I'm sorry, Donnie. Now I'm gonna have to gang up on you, bro.
Thank you.
Now I'm gonna have to gang. See, Donnie, I was trying hard, and
Now
then you were
we've
like, "Well, that way
interrupted.
we might get a second hat trick." We don't, bro.
I mean,
I'm
hey,
just trying to
look.
get a win, and you're just like, "Hey, we're just trying to get more hat tricks." so
Hey,
we
I
can-"
came into soccer saying
dominate.
it was boring because it was always 0-0, 1-0, 1. Like 5-1, I'm loving it. That's like a slugfest in baseball.
But listen, Mike.
That's
Mike,
always
I'm with you. I'm with you, Mike.
hey. I'm not.
I need
I'm
to
all
catch
about
up
football.
on Winter Olympics. I really haven't had a chance to yet.
Shout out to Lindsey Vonn, tore an ACL and still managed to compete and broke her other leg on the way down. So,
Well, I was gonna say, not only does she have a fracture, she had a complex fracture of her. Was it the fibula or was it the tibia? I think it was
That's
the
a
tibia.
tibia.
Was it?
I'm not
well, either
sure,
one.
but
It
I
was
know,
a
but it was,
complex. It wasn't just a fracture; it was a complex fracture.
yeah, it was no joke. She got
Tibia.
fucked up.
Yeah, it was a tibia fracture.
Yeah. Smile, Virgil.
This is me smiling.
Yeah, I was watching some of the women's luge singles earlier.
I'm sure
and,
you were. I'm sure you were.
I love the luge. I love luge,
so
bobsled,
do
all of that.
the rest of us.
So, as Patrick likes to point out, I'm gonna go ahead and tee him up on this one because as I'm watching that, my friend Edward that I've talked to you guys about lives up in Chelmsford, Massachusetts, near Boston. Texts me, and there's a lady from Chelmsford who's competing in the doubles luge on Thursday. So I know a guy who knows somebody who's in the Olympics.
Of course you do.
Of course I do.
We're the worst boy band.
That is the nicest thing someone has said to me
Oh my
today.
God, that's
100%.
hilarious. I love this.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mark. Yeah, Mark.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Welcome
Mark,
to the
please
worst
come
boy
back.
band group.
Yeah. Mark, we're on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Please,
Oh my
please,
God.
please come in and join whenever you can.
And just so you know, we're better than the Backstreet Boys because we're the Side Street Boys.
All right.
Oh,
No, see, you just
wow.
have to go there. I'm out on that one.
Nope. That band broke up before it ever started.
Oh, are we the Down the Street Boys? What is it? We keep changing the name.
We'd be the
I'm
Green
sorry, I'm
Street
stealing.
Hooligans.
I'm stealing
We'd be the
Patrick's
Green
thunder.
Street Hooligans for anything.
I'm sorry, I'm stealing Patrick's
Ooh.
dad joke thunder here. So I'll
Street hooligans. Look
My-
at you.
I'm
Speaking
done
of
my
sports
match.
movies that ever came up, that's one.
Crippy Side Street.
Sports movie that never came out. They should have came up. Yeah,
Yeah, that movie should have come up when you guys.
it
come
should
out.
have. That was a great movie.
It's a great movie. I mean, I appreciate what it shows about hooliganism in England. And obviously, hooliganism is not just in England. I mean, it's worldwide.
It is everywhere, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah. So I'm not trying to say just thing. I mean, it's a worldwide thing with football, and among other sports. But
yeah.
You go to any NFL game in the upper deck, you're going to find some of that.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
Anyway, I'm done with my match. 5-1
all
over
over.
Hoffenheim was fantastic. That was the second match of the day for me. The only letdown I had was my third match, so we'll get to that.
So is this the one you wanna talk about, Mr. Patrick?
why,
Okay.
yes, it is, Virgil. Thank you very much.
Take the floor.
So after a very, very disappointing Copa del Rey midweek, where Atletico, let's face it, mopped the floor with Real Betis. Like
they
it
did.
was like they I think the term thoroughly outclassed would probably not be out of the going too over the top with it. I'd say that's probably a fair reflection of the match. But in La Liga this past weekend, I never thought I'd say this, but thank you, Anthony. I never thought his little step overs and everything else that he always does that wasted time at Man United would actually come in, and it was actually a really nice shot to get a 1-0 lead. And all I got to ask you is Atletico Madrid is how do you like them apples?
I cannot believe you said that. Thank you, Anthony. My gosh.
I know. I said what I said.
Tell me how you really feel.
I'm not giving out my location, but it's tough with Ravens and the Sailors. Oh,
I get
Yeah, I
it, brother.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I don't know. I have an idea of where that might be, but I'm not sure.
He's not trying to give up his location, bro. Did you not
I'm
read it?
not gonna give it up. I want Mark to come back and join the chat again some other time.
I know, yeah. Come on, bro.
Despite the fact that we're a terrible boy band, just still come back. We still have an album release party at some point.
Well, he's not wrong. We are a terrible boy band.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Especially on Tuesdays and Thursday when we have a fifth member.
Oh God.
Man. Yeah. Mark, you're missing one of the guys who's a curmudgeon in life.
He
So,
really is.
So you'll have to come back and see him sometime.
Bring me in. Come on over.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh man.
Speaking of that curmudgeon, though, we need to shift gears a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because you're probably asking yourself, how did this Angolan team do this week?
It's always Angola.
That's what I wanted to know. Yeah.
So for those of you who do not know, Mr. Prophet made a off-color comment about me following Angola soccer. So to prove him wrong, I decided to do a wheel of Angolan soccer teams to see which ones that he's going to follow. It landed on Luanda City, which of course is the capital of Angola.
It is indeed.
And this week, they did not do good. They lost to Primeiro de Agosto 6-0. Now
the
they
fact that you
are.
follow them is hilarious to me.
Listen, I am dedicated to my craft of shit posting. So Agosto is the second team on the table. So that was kind of a going to a slaughter match.
Yeah.
Where's Luanda City in the table at the moment?
That's a good question. Let me pull up and see if I can find where they are at.
Not to be Donnie on this thing, but does that make them lose Wanda City this weekend?
Don't do that. You're better than that.
Is
Oh.
it?
Not.
Yeah,
They are in
I am.
They are in 13th place, one above relegation.
Ooh, that'd be bad for Luanda City to not even be in the top division in Angola.
Can't have that.
And which league is this that they play in?
Angola.
Angola League. Okay.
Angola. The Girabola, what it's called.
Okay.
Come again?
Bless you. Yeah, the Girabola, or however you say it, and whatever Portuguese.
Mark, you always need a baseball cap, baby. That's what it is.
Unlucky number.
Unlucky number, true. On top of that.
Yeah.
We'll keep up. We'll keep up with this, and yes,
Yeah.
I will let him know tomorrow how it goes.
Please
Probably
do.
probably not PowerPoint form. Yeah,
Yeah.
remember he said he was so impressed, or he was surprised I was able to do that so quickly. Because I'd be more concerned if I wasn't able to pull it up.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised a bit that you knew that.
This black market soccer for you, man. It really is paying off.
I gotta see if their games are on FIFA Plus or not, because they are. Oh, that could be fun.
Oh, you're gonna watch religiously, and I'm here for it.
Let's not say religiously, because I've got
He'll
too many
watch. He'll
here.
watch the recaps. How's that?
I'll watch the recaps. I don't know. Maybe if they're playing a game, I will probably live text it in the group chat.
Please do.
Okay, I'm gonna open the floor. Any other soccer talks? Any guys you want to talk about? I know Minnesota United has made a possible big signing. I'm not sure if that actually happened or not, but I know there are rumors about James Rodriguez.
Yep. I don't know if it's been confirmed, but it's been out there, and that's nice to see that someone's coming into MLS rather than everybody leaving. Like Columbus Crew, I feel like have lost some really good.
Pretty much everybody.
Yeah. I mean, at least a lot of good players.
No.
Hold on, I just got a text about something. I need to verify this.
Was it from the Angolan Soccer Federation?
No,
They're correcting his pronunciation. They're watching in Angola.
Have you been
You guys-
offered Have you just been offered the director of football position at Luanda City?
no. So
Definitely should take
Tottenham,
that.
Tottenham
Sporting
has
director.
expressed interest in a certain Italian winger for the
Who
summer
has?
transfer window.
Tottenham has interest in everybody. Let's be honest about that, though.
But if I'm bringing it up, there's probably a reason why. Because while I do follow Kaiserslautern, and it's not that, I also follow U.S. men's national team. They want Pulisic,
No.
so that's rumors with transfer windows, of course, are kind of take it with a grain of salt.
But I'm
But-
in on that.
They have expressed interest in signing him.
So from Kaiserslautern to Tottenham?
He's at Milan. Gonna slap you, Patrick.
I'm in on that, bro.
Christian Pulisic?
American football and rugby. I played rugs. Oh, damn, bro. Hey, Mark, look up Run It. That's a league over in New Zealand. Whew. I showed a buddy of mine yesterday during the Super Bowl party. I don't know how we got into it, but I showed it to him. He goes like, "Mother of God, what is this?"
Oh, is that them running at each other?
Mm-hmm.
That's. I mean, they ought to just call that the concussion games.
Dude, it really is. But it's so much fun. I love watching that, though. Not even gonna lie.
So you're the guy that likes to sit there and watch the crashes, the car wrecks, and all that.
Hell yeah, bro. Why would you not?
Let's just have these two cars race down the street and hit on collision. See who
Yeah,
knocks the other back further.
100%, bro. All in on that.
Okay, guys, I just went down a massive rabbit hole.
Here we
that
go.
I'm pretty much lost any sort of time I'm going to have in the future. So I was checking out FIFA Plus to see if Angola was listed on here.
It is.
It's not.
Oh,
But
Oh my gosh, all the other countries I can watch.
Can I make?
we're never going to see Virgil.
Can we give? Is the Burkina Faso league in there by any chance?
Yes, Burkina Faso. Here are some of the teams: Barbados, Burkina Faso, San Marino, Comoros, Tanzania, Ecuador. You may never see me again. Ivory Coast, Lebanon, the Gambia, Albania, Laos, Sierra Leone.
Ooh.
I can keep going.
Does Burkina Faso have their own domestic league?
Yes, these are domestic leagues.
Can we give Donnie a team in Burkina Faso?
Oh God, let me look at the teams. You must already have one in mind if you're saying that.
I don't want the one he's going to give me.
Let me put. Are they a? Let me pull. Up
Whatever it is, I don't want it.
Whatever it is, and if he mentioned
Whatever
he's
he's
doing it on
offered.
for a reason.
Yeah,
So
whatever
no,
he's selling, I'm not buying.
nah, no one is.
Okay, let
Bermuda Triangle, Mark says.
me pull up their teams real quick.
He just went down the rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm. Donnie's already got like 700 teams. So what's 700?
Hey, all I need to see is names and logos, and I'll pick what hits me.
Okay,
what
so
speaks to me.
looking at the teams, I'm not sure where he's going with this. So I'm afraid to ask. Patrick,
Mm-hmm.
hold on, let me check one more place. Let me check
I was
one
gonna
more
say, do you
place.
have a graphic that just lists all the teams and not how they're doing?
I can't really find a good one for that.
Okay.
So I'll work on that for you. Patrick, what team would you like to give Donnie from Burkina Faso?
That way we can go ahead and cross it off the list.
I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to give him Bobo Dioulasso.
That was the only one I was thinking you probably could have done.
And they're in the relegation zone.
Yeah, they're relegation, so we're not going to do that.
No, he told me that he likes Bobo Dioulasso.
But no, maybe I'll showcase a league each week. We'll see.
No, Bobo.
Gotta
All
step off, gentlemen.
You what?
Oh, that's right. You said
Oh,
you
you're
had to
gone.
leave.
Yeah, I gotta get going.
Oh man.
I know. You guys have a wonderful night. Okay. I wanted to talk some Arena League. I guess we'll leave it for next week.
Well, the next thing we were going to talk about, you probably wanted to stay for.
I know, because it's a shift in power dynamics in the FCS.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's big time.
Yep.
This is where we're about to get into some college football here, Mark.
We are.
But here are my thoughts. You're going to the Mountain West. You know what I mean? That's you know what? It is a good landing spot for them. In my opinion. No, I hate it for FCS because we're obviously all four of us are very big fans of FCS football. But at the same time, if you were to pick a league in Division I for them to land on, this will be it.
Yeah, there's
know
an
what I'm saying?
opportunity to remain relevant and or dominate.
Exactly.
Night,
So,
Mark. Thanks for joining.
hey,
Appreciate
man,
you
have a good night,
subscribing,
brother.
man.
Yeah, make
Thank
sure you
for the
come back.
subscription.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Appreciate you
subscribing.
subscribing.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying though, like the fact that you're going to go to the Mountain West, which listen, let's be honest about it. The Mountain West is the Mountain West. Okay. So it's a good place for them to start and really get going. However, on the other side of this coin, right? You're talking about now like the FCS just lost a powerhouse.
Yeah.
But see, we talk about FCS losing powerhouses. I feel like we go through this every few years.
That we lose a powerhouse team.
Appalachian State leaves. Oh, who's going to fill that vacuum? Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, James Madison comes around. Oh, they leave.
X
Who's
team,
gonna fill that back?
blank team. Put that there. Yeah.
We're just gonna reload. Like, there'll be another team that rises to the prominence. That I don't know if they'll be as dominant as North Dakota State is, but don't forget South Dakota State's won 2 titles.
South Dakota State, you got Montana State, right? You got Montana as well. So I mean, you still got some teams there.
Yeah, and of course, since now teams are dropping off, you could have a possibility of a team like a Ferris State moving up.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Imagine Ferris State moving up to FCS.
Yeah. No, and that's what I think happens. I think it's just kind of a cycle. Teams move up from FBS, go to FCS. Teams that go FCS, go from Division II, go to FCS. I think it's just now budgets do play a role in that. So
size of school also does play a role in that.
So eventually, that may not work out as well for some other teams, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few other teams jump to FCS.
Well, in this day and age with NIL, and you got you had 10,000 kids later.
Yes.
I mean, you had so many kids enter the portal that aren't going to come back to Division I schools. So they're going to end up somewhere, and a lot of them are going to be down at FCS, and they're going to be better than some of the FCS players that are there now on those schools. It's going to make the teams better.
Virgil, I'll let you get into the moves, but I do have a question about it when you get done. For you,
okay.
And
so yeah, for those who we were talking about, North Dakota State is joining the Mountain West. The thing about what Ed said about Mountain West is Mountain West actually not even true anymore because Mountain West got gutted for the Pac-12, so we have a brand new Mountain West also.
Right.
So here are the teams right now for the Mountain West that we have. We have Air Force, Hawaii, Nevada, New Mexico, Northern Illinois for football only, San Jose State, UNLV, UTEP, and Wyoming. And now North Dakota State is joining at football only. I usually have a gripe about splitting your football and basketball conferences, but usually when budgets are involved and travel budgets, I kind of let that one go. Because like North Dakota State, I mean, they've been to the NCAA tournament basketball relatively recently, I would say. So they don't have a bad program, I would think, but maybe adjustments like that. It's a purely football move, so why kibosh any of your other sports if you can? So yeah, North Dakota State against Northern Illinois will be a Mountain West game.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun to say that. But going on to that, I'll go with my opinion first on it because this also kind of raises a question that I've got. Because every time a team moves up, this question always comes up. Really, this was long overdue. I've always made the case that you could have added North Dakota State to the Big 12 and be fine. Like they kind of make sense, like geography wise to go there. I'm excited to see how they do. Could they be like a James Madison, make the playoffs within a few years? Who knows? Anything can happen. But I think that area already recruits well. I don't think they're going to run into any problems with it. I can't wait to see people's reactions to the Fargo Dome who have not seen it before.
Right.
Yeah. So just kind of like that fan base in general. So I think it's a great move. Like I said, definitely well overdue. What are your guys' thoughts about it?
Well, I think they fit in perfectly with all the teams in that conference as it is. I mean, they're all at a level where it, like I said a moment ago, it's like they couldn't have picked a better place to land to where they can still be competitive with perceived better FBS teams because they've been such a good program. They're already on par, in my opinion, with these teams, which is part of the reason they make the move. Like you said, I mean, I could have seen them going into the Big Ten or something like that, but they would be starting off on a lower rung, if you will. I think they jump in and they're already one of the top tier teams in the conference coming in. So I think it's a good move for them. I think it's a good move for the Mountain West. Because as you guys know, we're kind of getting worn out with the messes of, or at least I am, the messes of Big Ten, SEC, these other conferences, ACC to some extent too. It's like it's just such turmoil constantly with all the money and the portal. Like I just want a conference. That's what I fell in love with the FCS stuff this year with. Is just it doesn't have all that drama to me, and I feel like this will be in one of those conferences. When we watched Hawaii play in bowl game, it was like, damn, these guys are good. It just you didn't have all the mess, and that's what I like.
Patrick, what about your thoughts?
Well, on one hand, I hate it for the FCS because to
Of
lose a quality team like that. I don't want to have anything happen that helps a group of cowards like they have out at UC Davis. But be that as it may, for North Dakota State as a program, I think it's a great move for them. I think Donnie said it best. Both you and Donnie. I think that Mountain West is a great fit for them. They are not, like Donnie said, they're not out of place. In fact, I think all this does is it gets them I think it opens up. The only thing I say differently, I think, is that this opens up a different level of recruit for them to bring to the program. I mean, they were already got the cream of the crop as far as FCS was concerned, right? But with all due respect to FBS gets you a different type of recruiting pool that you can go to. Now there's still the NIL to take into account, but I think that the NIL combined with the fact that you're now going to be an FBS program is going to bring a different, like I said, a different level of athlete to the program. I mean, I think they'll just kind of go from strength to strength. I think even with the people that they're able to recruit now, I think that they're one of the top teams in the Mountain West. I mean, I like you said, going to the Fargo Dome, I think is going to be people who haven't been there are going to see what a fortress that is. And I don't think North Dakota State as a program is going to be scared of what they're facing. They've already beaten FBS programs before. I mean, this is nothing new to them. So
I mean, they went into Iowa and beat Iowa.
Right.
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 Exactly.
So I think another thing is that this gives them a share of the pie. I could easily see them pulling a James Madison. Like, I mean, James Madison didn't, went from strength to strength. I mean, they joined the Sun Belt and it was like they were already one of the elite programs. Now, I would say the Mountain West is a step above Sun Belt in terms of like the type of tier of conference that it is. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Sun Belt has certainly improved in recent years, but I would say if you would put name recognition, it's certainly on name recognition, I'd say Mountain West is better known than Sun Belt. Is that fair to say, or is that not the case anymore?
I mean, I think nationally it is. I mean, down here,
just on
Sun Belt,
reputation alone. Yeah, just on reputation alone.
Yeah, I mean, if you name the team, if you told somebody the names of the teams in the Mountain West versus the Sun Belt without telling them which conference you were talking about,
yeah,
most people would know way more teams and be more familiar with the teams in the Mountain West than they are the Sun Belt.
Well, and I'm saying this as a guy who went to Georgia State, but Sun Belt always felt like to me, it was like the FCS graduate conference.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that as an insult. I just mean, like that's Troy used to be an FCS program. James Madison was an FCS program. Georgia Southern was an FCS program.
Yeah.
It's
like you got promoted to the Sun Belt Conference.
Right. So, and that's what I mean in terms of reputation. I don't mean so much by performance of teams.
Right.
Because obviously James Madison, App State, Georgia Southern in recent years, James Madison especially, Coastal Carolina. I mean, these teams have performed very well, but I don't know. Like especially before Mountain West got gutted by the Pac-12 and all these other places, I would have said that was a more well-known program. So for North Dakota, my point being North Dakota State making their way in there is a real coup for that program.
So the reason I hesitated when you asked that question is because I had a little recency bias with comparing Sun Belt to Mountain West. I feel like Mountain West has the historical teams that a little bit more.
That's what I was going for.
Versus Sun Belt. But when I look at performances, I feel like Sun Belt's probably got an edge.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, certainly in the last 3 years, I would say.
Mhm.
Well, if
Like
you
I
look
said,
at it,
you're especially like your James Madisons and your App States to a lesser degree, I would say. Certainly like App State of 3 or 4 years ago, rather than the last 2 years. But
Well, I mean, like they also look at now this year they didn't have the best year, but look at Troy. Troy's another
Yeah.
team that always comes up.
yeah,
well,
Donnie, I interrupted you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I jumped. I started to interrupt you, and I had to stop myself because I didn't want to do that. The point I was going to make though, real quick, was the difference to me is the same, not just for these two conferences, but just from a national landscape. The pool of talent that's recruited from the Southeast U.S. is way better than the West Coast and Upper West Coast. I mean, you look at your Pac-12 schools versus your SEC, ACC, Big Ten. It traditionally has always been the stronger teams in this area because there's just so many more people to pull from. And I think that's the same with the Sun Belt versus the Mountain West, just on a on the level below all the guys that go to the big schools. Then the next level of them, the better ones go to these southern schools.
Yeah.
Now, as we've talked about and heard about college football possibly one day changing to who knows what, you hear the talk of, do they ever go to, super league kind of thing, all the conferences, the big conferences kind of pull together. I almost see that division developing where you have your Big Ten, SEC, ACC, Big 12 kind of separate and all these others so that you have like a national championship for that. Because right now, everybody tries to get the group of 5 guys into the playoffs. At some point, they're going to be like, you know what? All these conferences, you have your own championship, and these other conferences will have our championship. I think they go into 2 tiers in the FBS. And I don't know if that's something, I won't even say that that's something North Dakota State like foresees and they want to get in now, but I could see that eventually happening because the NCAA as an organization just has no control or power of anything right now. And I think the Big Ten, SEC, these guys are going to drive football to the point where they're going to be like, you know what?
Yeah.
The fans are tired of these teams like incorporating themselves into the polls and into these playoffs and all this. They're just going to divide it at some point, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, I agree about teams being incorporated in the polls that shouldn't be there. I mean, look at Texas A&M; they had no business being there.
Well, that's true. I mean, look, the SEC. What did they do? They didn't do anything. They never do.
But no. So
Virgil, even if they split conferences, it's not going to matter what they do. Alabama State is not going to win a national championship.
Exactly.
It's not going to happen.
Exactly. But Celebration Bowl can still happen, and that's too close to me.
Yeah.
Patrick, you said you had a question.
Yeah, it had more to do with the coaching, with the recent coaching changes at what was that, Montana and
South Dakota.
Yeah, Dakota. Yeah, it has more to do with that.
Go ahead and talk about that because I do have 2 follow-up questions, but this is a good little sideway for those.
So, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong on this. It was South. Okay, so Montana's coach is he a defensive assistant? Is that what he is now is he a defensive coordinator for Rutgers? Didn't they both go to Rutgers?
No, he went to Illinois.
He went to Illinois
earlier. Yeah.
He's the Illinois. So Montana's coach went to, Montana's coach went to Illinois as the defensive coordinator.
Correct.
Then South Dakota's coach became he's not even defensive coordinator, but he took an assistant role at Rutgers. Correct.
I initially thought defensive coordinator, but let me double check that.
I'm asking. By the way, I wasn't entirely sure.
Defensive coordinator. So they're both coordinators.
They're both coordinators. Okay. So I guess my question is, with these guys making these head coaches taking defensive coordinator roles, do you think that's another byproduct of NIL, similar to like when Chip Kelly left UCLA to become a to become an offensive coordinator at Ohio State 3 years ago, and like before he retired, Gus Malzahn leaving his head coaching job at UCF to become offensive coordinator at Florida State before he just outright retired. Like, are these guys taking coordinator roles because they don't want to deal with NIL, or is this just something where they were in an FCS program and this is a chance to take a coaching role at an FBS program?
I can't talk about the South Dakota situation because I don't know that one. Montana sounds like yes. You can't have a coach that long tenured and then going from a head coaching job to, especially from I would say top 5 FCS program in Montana, to a defensive coordinator in Illinois. That would probably raise some questions that you're probably thinking. It's probably because think about switching up a minute. Think about all the basketball coaches that have flat out retired since NIL started becoming a thing.
Yeah,
I think you're going to start seeing more of that because either you retire and don't want to deal with it, or you try to do the same thing, and then you end up having you almost get vilified by your fans because.
yeah.
And of course, I'm speaking from experience when I say this. Some coaches hang on too long, and it causes problems and rifts.
Well, it's kind of like the Kansas State situation a couple of months ago too, right? I mean, I feel like you're going to lose. I feel like we are in the process of losing decent, good coach, decent to really good coaches because they just don't want to deal with what NIL has brought in.
Right.
So I didn't know if that, because Chip Kelly basically admitted as much. I mean, shoot, he went from being a head coach at UCLA and not being fired, by the way, but now he's a coordinator at Northwestern. It's like, because he doesn't want to be the guy that has to deal with the negotiations of contracts with agents. I mean, I think he's had obviously having been both a college head coach and an NFL head coach, thought Chip Kelly in particular probably just had enough of it. But Saban retired. I mean, I know not to, and I'm actually bringing him up for a reason this time, Donnie, is not to spread hate, but Dabo is that kind of era of coach.
Yeah.
Like he's more of like the way that Dabo, and correct me if I'm wrong, the way Dabo usually does things is more akin to a Saban than it is one of these new era coaches, one of these young coaches that's all, like Lane Kiffin, who's all into the NIL and all into the transfers and everything else. Dabo's old school.
And he's digging his heels in to fight for that.
Right.
Right or wrong, whether you like it or not, he still holds on to, and this is the thing, this is the rub he gets. He holds on to the ideal that college athletics is for academics and making your growing you outside the sport, because he's the one that admits most of his roster are never playing professional sports. I mean, look how many guys go to the pros. You have 100 kids on a roster, you might get 2 drafted, if that. Like that, he holds on to that ideal.
Not everyone can be a Woody Dantzler, okay?
Well, exactly. But the point is, all these other coaches, they're all about how much money they're going to make. Money is secondary to him, whether you want to believe it or not. He is not about whether he makes money or whether the players make money. It's all about, I just want to coach football, and I want these guys to be better people and graduate. And if they make money, fine. But he doesn't want money to drive the car, and that's the problem right now, is it's driving the car.
Got it. Okay.
Since you brought up schools that you never know who's going to come out of where, one of the funniest stats I saw about the Super Bowl was at one point all the points were scored by a kid who went to Marist.
Yeah.
Right. I just love stuff like that.
That's awesome.
But FCS coaches going on to taking coordinator positions is not a new thing. So it has happened. There's precedent of it happening before. But I think having someone as long tenured as a Montana coach, that's where the difference kind of is. Because you will have coaches, that have really good years, catch fire with a team, and then big team comes in and take them out as a FCS, takes them for an FBS coordinator job. That's not out of the possibility. So I have two questions to ask. And these two questions always come up. Well, one question always comes up when an FCS team moves. The other one is one I'm kind of wondering myself. I'll start with the one I'm wondering myself. So North Dakota State has moved up. We know that's going to cause a ripple effect about some other teams. So my question is, they do not have any regional rivals at this point. Do you see any of the other Dakotas moving up with them, probably within the next, I'm going to say 4 years?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you think it's more than one, or do you think it's just South Dakota State?
I think one of the Montanas, if not both, do it.
Montana. Okay.
I think South Dakota State does it, but I also agree with Donnie that Montana and Montana State. And the reason I say that is because we're in the NIL era now, and money talks.
Yeah. And to your point earlier about the coordinators and these specific coordinators going from these specific programs to, where you're in charge of a top tier FCS program, and you're like, why would they go to an FBS school to just be a coordinator? Well, what jobs are going to be open to them as a head coach to go directly from an FCS head coach to an FBS head coach?
You really don't see that anymore.
Exactly. So if you want to become an FBS head coach, wouldn't you be like the guy that's like in a couple of years, an FBS job opens up and it's like, wow, he's been a defensive coordinator at Illinois for 3 years and he was a head coach for this many years at an FCS school. That's more impressive than he's currently the head coach at an FCS school.
Yep.
Like now you've dipped your toe into the big boy school, the NIL world, and all you got to do is focus on one side of the ball and build your resume at a higher level. And I think it's a strategic move for them to possibly move into an FBS head coaching position within a couple of years, and this is the step you need to take now.
So actually, I am wrong. There were 7 hires in 2025 that went from FCS to FBS.
But what FBS schools did they go to?
Okay, that's fair. We got.
I think that's the difference. Or going to
be. Okay, you're after saying that. The highest profile team is Washington State. That's Jimmy Rogers going from South Dakota State to Washington State. Everything else, Eddie George going from Tennessee State to Bowling Green, Trey Lamb going to ETSU to Tulsa, Ryan Beard going from Missouri State to Coastal Carolina. So you're right. Some of these moves are a little. They're all G5.
And they're incremental moves.
Right. And of the jobs that the FBS coaching jobs that were filled this year, and I don't remember all of them, and this isn't not a knock, but like the Iowa State, the Oklahoma State, where did those guys come from? I mean, what did those guys? Not just those 2 schools, but some of the schools that were. I mean, these weren't Ohio State or LSU type moves, is what I'm trying to get at. These other schools that are not those, a lot of those were coordinators, right? That took some of these head coaching jobs.
Well, I will say for Oklahoma State, Eric Morris was the head coach at North Texas.
Okay. But I'm talking, all right. And like I said, I couldn't remember which ones were which, but of those schools that were filled this year, weren't several of those coordinators that took those jobs at those middle FBS schools? When I say middle, not LSU or whatever.
Are you talking about like the ones that took like the South Florida and North Texas jobs? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I don't even remember who.
Weren't those like coordinators from other schools that took those jobs? You said there weren't FCS coaches that moved up from head coaching to head coaching there.
I can't speak for everyone. I mean, North Texas, I wanted to say elevate. Well, actually, I don't even know.
I'm on it.
Like I can speak for South Florida. Brian Hartline was the offensive coordinator at Ohio State, and he took over at South Florida.
Right. See, that's what I mean. So these guys, instead of going from FCS head coach to South Florida or UCF or whatever, North Texas, they're going to an upper level coordinator job to go back down to a lower level FBS school, or potentially going to a mid tier FBS school.
Are you saying that they're trying to they have to pay their dues in FBS before they can get an FBS head coaching job?
I think that's what. That's kind of where I see it going.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't want to speak for Virgil with this, but we all know that Nick Saban begged to go to Oklahoma State, and they just wouldn't have him. And Eric Morris finally was given the job because Oklahoma State knew that was an elite job. Go Pokes.
Go Pokes.
Well, like I said, the guys either from those smaller schools in the FBS moved up to bigger schools in the FBS, or you have the one lucky guy that goes from a coordinator role to a quote unquote major school somewhere potentially, and that still happens, but it's not a lot of them that happens to. So these guys are like, okay, if I want to get to whatever school, like who's going to take over at Colorado when Deion's gone? Because he's not going to stay there forever. And Colorado's a decent program. It's an FBS program. You're going to probably bring in another FBS coordinator or a head coach from a North Texas or UCF.
I mean, Warren Sapp's just right there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Second question. Well, first off, I mean, just remember, you talked about like these big schools not taking that anymore. Ohio State's greatest coach came from FCS. So people need to remember that.
I mean, it happens. It really does. I'm not saying that it doesn't.
Are we talking about Mr. Tressel from Youngstown State?
Exactly. Yeah. Youngstown State's for 14 years and then goes up to Ohio State.
Yep.
So
how many championships did he win at Youngstown State?
Oh, I know you're going to ask me that.
Quite a few.
God.
If you're going to bring him up, have the background information, Virgil.
4. I was going to say I knew it was a handful.
Yeah.
I knew of at least 2, but I'm like, he's gonna ask me that. I need to get it ready. So 4.
Fair enough. So, I was planning on asking.
So the second question that is asked, because examples like Georgia Southern and Appalachian State are used in this. If you're a fan base of these teams, would you rather be top in the FCS or middling in Division I or middling in FBS? And I hate to use the word middling because middling describes mediocre, but Appalachian State has had a few good years. I know Georgia Southern has had a few good years. James Madison made the playoffs.
Yep.
So, I mean, we have teams that have shown that they can do pretty well.
Yeah.
But what would your view on that be? Let's say, Donnie, Furman or Presbyterian makes that jump.
It's hard for me to say because, I mean, I would think most of the fans don't want the jump because I think they see the jump as just a jump for money, which is probably what it is for the school. And yeah, they probably want the money, but I mean, if you're asking North Dakota State fan, honestly, they'd be like, I just want to keep winning FCS championships, just keep racking them up. I don't know. I think that's a hard question for the fans because there's going to be some hardcore fans. It's like that's like asking us as major or minor league baseball fans or baseball fans in general. We like what we like, or we don't like it to change. But then there's a whole bunch of us that are like, well, we need to change. And I think there's going to be a mixed bag with schools like this. I don't think it's going to be a universal one way or the other. I think you're probably going to have a smaller hardcore group that don't want this to happen. They like it to be the way it is. They like to be the dominant team at that level.
Well, I think the regional rivalries is probably going to be the main part of that.
Yeah.
Because you don't play North Dakota anymore. Well, you may still play North Dakota, but I mean, like, it's not, that's going to be dwindling down unless it eventually goes. And that is regional is a part of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know, the possibility of a bowl game in a place that you usually don't travel to, or even, you get to play Hawaii once a year now. So that means you get to
Right.
go over there. That was something you didn't have before. So I think it can go either way. And Patrick, as a team of Georgia State, how would you feel if Georgia State moved up to the FBS and was competitive?
Well, I mean, considering we started out in FBS,
I don't know. I didn't see an FBS team at Georgia State last year.
well, let's be fair. Most years you don't see an FBS level team at Georgia State. Have you forgotten how many times we've been featured in the bottom 10?
Yes, I'm very well aware.
We've created the kind of like welcome to our humble, our humble home in the bottom 10. I know you're not used to that with Oklahoma State. Go Pokes!
No,
But
past 2 years have been kind of,
yeah,
kind of.
well, you've been languishing where Georgia State generally likes to, likes to hang out. Although I don't want to brag, but we were undefeated up until 2010. So, we were, we had quite a record there going there for a while. But to answer the other part of the question, I think that it would get almost kind of boring just kind of stay at the level if you're just constantly winning it every year. I mean, I feel like you kind of get complacent. So Georgia Southern's a good example. I mean, how many times did they win, in FCS? I mean, like they were, right there or thereabouts, and it was kind of getting tiresome for them. I feel like the competition wasn't there. I feel like it's kind of like when you're Bayern Munich in Germany, in soccer, or PSG in France. Although there have been other winners at other times, sometimes when they have these periods of sustained dominance, it takes the interest away from the product. So I feel like you can lose fans just because it's like, well, I know we're going to win, so why watch? But when you're competing at the highest level, and it's not guaranteed that you're going to win when you're an App State, Georgia Southern, a Troy, a North Dakota State. Now, I feel like it's a brand new challenge to take on. So your hope is to be like a James Madison and make that college football playoff, especially if they decide in a couple of years to expand it again. Because now you're playing the best of the best. I mean, you're playing, right, earned or not, blue chip programs.
Yeah.
Those that maybe are only there on reputation alone, whether they deserve to be, because that's going to happen, or teams that are really, really good for that given year. And you want to play the best of the best. I mean, that's what the ambition of a program is, especially when we're talking money. You want to be right there you want to eat at the big table with everybody else. No one wants to be at the kids' table.
Well, and I think a lot of that's going to depend on how you do the first couple of years, because if you go up and you start stinking and you can't win, there's going to be a backlash.
But here's the difference. Now if you've got NIL money coming in and you've got people that can back the program, you can go grab those kids that aren't playing at the big schools and bring them to your school and say, we can offer you an FBS schedule, and we can also offer you what you want, which is games.
Yeah.
But some kids are going to trade a little bit of money. They're going to want money, but they'll trade a little bit of money to get the playing time, to get that draft stock up.
Yeah.
Because the problem is that while you want to go to your Georgia's, like these big schools and be the starter, but the fact of the matter is there's only one guy that can start.
Well, and there have been a lot of guys drafted from these schools.
You what?
So I said there have been a lot of guys drafted from these smaller schools as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, now, look, I know he's not had. I know that now, he's not seen as that. But like Carson Wentz, when he came out, I mean, he was.
Right.
I mean, he's a great example of someone that was taken from a school that's not as big. And I know this is an FBS example, but Josh Allen wasn't taken from an SEC school.
Mm-hmm.
Or was he Wyoming?
Wyoming, yeah.
Wyoming, yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, so you're right. If you've got the tools, you can be drafted, but you have to be able to showcase that talent as a starter somewhere. So you can't languish as the QB3 at an SEC, ACC, Big Ten school. You just can't.
Right.
that's where I think the transfer is a good thing, because you have guys that want to be starters somewhere, and it's like now you got to put up or shut up.
Yep.
I mean, you may be getting paid to do it too, but if you really are serious about playing in the NFL, that's your chance to put up or shut up.
Absolutely.
And I think you want to do that at the highest level, and the highest level is FBS.
Well, I mean, really, for North Dakota State, the question is going to come down to, can they do it in a rainy day at Reno?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So we'll find out later how they do. I'm also kind of curious how non-conference scheduling is going to go for them.
Yeah,
because there's going to be since they're Division I now, there's going to be some bigger schools knocking the door to see playing against them.
Do they try to schedule some of those rivals that they have for their non-conference, and would like a South Dakota State still want to play them or not?
I would think South Dakota State would, because now you get the added bonus of playing an FBS team.
Exactly. They get the bonus of them being in the FBS, and you get the bonus of playing a more quality level FCS team.
Yeah. So
and you maintain a rivalry.
I could definitely see that. So I'll be curious what transpires for that, but definitely look forward to that for sure. Well, that's all we
can I say real quick? I felt very happy that I got through my comments earlier when I brought up Oklahoma State in the middle of my rant, and he didn't say a word until just a moment ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I got through unscathed, and I felt an accomplishment in that. I just wanted to point that out.
I noticed
I knew when I went to say that school, I was expecting it, and I didn't get it, because I said, I brought up who did I bring up? I brought up Iowa State, Oklahoma State. And you just rolled with what I was talking about, which was great. But I felt a sense of accomplishment that I didn't draw a Go Pokes out of you.
But in my heart, I was saying Go Pokes.
There was a slight pause, like you were waiting for it. I caught that.
You saw that I was yes, I was waiting for it to come, and it didn't, and I was like, wow.
Virgil, I'm always saying it in my heart. Go Pokes.
I know. Well, thank you for joining us. Join us tomorrow as we have the full cast, as we go over some new minor league logos and the Super Bowl, and we also go over who won picks this week. And trust me, it's kind of a shocker.
Congratulations, Virgil.
Nope. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.